Hey y'all, today's science fact of the day is going to be a little bit different. We're still doing an experiment, but this time we're going to do a voiceover because you really kind of need to see what's going on in the top here. So for this one, what we're going to be testing is both surface tension and densities. So you will need a bowl. I would suggest using a clear one because you kind of want to be able to see what's going on underneath the next thing, which is milk. So with the milk, you need it to be a higher fat content. So this is whole milk. You're going to need some Dawn dish soap. You can try it with different soaps. That could be part of your experiment, is seeing if different soaps react differently to what we're going to be doing. And you need some food coloring. So I have blue, yellow, and green here that we're going to be doing. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to pour your milk into this bowl. And do it very carefully so we don't make a mess. Alright, so we got some milk in there. Alright, so next what we're going to be doing is we're going to add our food colorings to the milk. Now what do you think is going to happen? Do you think the food colorings are going to mix together? Or do you think they'll sink right to the bottom? Or do you think they're going to float? So let's add a couple drops. So let's see what's happening here. Looks like they are kind of staying put. But because the water is moving, it's kind of mixing them a little bit. Add some yellow. And they're staying pretty well put. I'll add a little bit of green in here and see what happens. Alright. So, the mixing that you do see is only due to the fact that the milk is moving from pouring it in there. So I suggest maybe letting it sit a little bit before you add the food coloring. But the droplets are basically staying put. Now they're staying on top of the milk because you can see they're not really spreading underneath the milk at all. They're staying on top of the milk because the density of the food coloring is lighter than the density of the milk. So now what we're going to do is we are going to add a couple of drops of the dish soap. Now what do you think is going to happen to that? Do you think it's going to mix together or do you think it's going to just stay the same? Alright, are you ready? Alright. How cool is that? Let me see what's happening on the bottom here. So you can see that the food coloring got mixed together and kind of dragged to the bottom of the milk. You can see like some blues and some greens. And you can see up here they're just kind of making a like tie-dye milk. But I would not drink this because you just put dish soap in there. Here we go. So what is happening is the dish soap is changing the surface tension of the milk. And it's doing this by dissolving the fat in the surface of the milk. And by doing so, the rest of the milk has a higher surface tension than where we put the soap. So by doing that, it caused all the rest of the milk and the food coloring to be drug across and away from like where we put the dish soap. And so you can kind of see the dish soap right there in the middle and how everything is just moving around it. It's pretty cool, huh? So as we keep watching this, what you can do to make this your own experiment is you can try different fat contents of milk and see what happens with those. You can try different dish soaps and see if that affects it in any way. I'd love to see your videos. So if you do make a video, use the hashtag #LearnWithMe and let me see them. Because this one's really one of my favorites. It's pretty cool. And it looks very Mardi Gras for everybody back home. All right. And as always, clean up after yourself and don't make too much of a mess. All right. Have a good day. See you guys next time.